place in the yard. This is a 40-foot hose, ultra lightweight, super durable, and I can carry the whole thing. How much does this weigh? 1.4 pounds.
1.4 pounds, less than 2 pounds.
And then look how fun it is. It's blue with the stars in white and red. Christopher Joyce is here. He brings us all things Bernini, which is a family of inventors, and boy,
yes, 5
have
generations.
they invented something great here.
Yeah, you know, we've all seen fabric hoses, but not a fabric hose like this. It is super, super durable, besides being just perfect to decorate your home with the kind of the stars and stripes look, the red, white, and blue, perfect for today. But what's wonderful about a fabric hose is it's super flexible. But then this is kind of the next generation. First of all, it's using tow strap material, which is super strong, the same material that they're towing cars with and airplanes with.
What?
Secondly, there's a polyurethane core that ensures that you get the full pressure, even though it is a flat hose to start with.
Right.
And then as the water fills it up, I'm going to show you, it creates the look of a hose. But again, look how beautiful that is, and she shows some patriotism. You can even decorate your home using a hose.
Using a hose.
Knew?
I know.
Who
that
knew?
we do. We know how to do this here at QVC.
Right. So I want to show you. So
And you
I
get
have,
the nozzle too.
You're getting a nozzle. I'm going to show you what's special about this nozzle. It's actually a fireman's hose nozzle, which means you get an infinite spray. You go all the way from that light mist all the way to that jet spray. So let's go over to our spray box here.
Okay.
And I'm going to show you. You can see now that it's puffed up. Now it looks like a regular hose.
Right.
And you can still see the stars and stripes. It's fun. But look at this. Look at the power. You are not sacrificing, Terry, any power with a fabric hose. Traditionally, originally, maybe you were, but now with that polyurethane core and that tow strap material, you're not. And watch this. I'm going to back this down. This is what's called an infinite spray. So as I back it down, you're getting that nice fine mist all the way to that jet spray using just that one fireman's hose nozzle, and that's included.
And it's only, so this, we've wanted fabric hoses before, because if you think about the regular rubber hose, it was really heavy and cumbersome.
Correct.
And you couldn't wrap it up like this.
And it did not weigh 1.4 pounds.
Exactly.
Right?
But in the past, the fabric hoses weren't as quite as durable.
Right.
But now, because of the interior, this is.
The other problem with fabric hoses in the past is they kinked easily, or more easily than your traditional hose.
Right.
What I'm showing you here, I put a couple knots in here, no problem. Again, I have water in this hose, and even with the knots that are in the hose, look at this, I still maintain incredible pressure, full pressure, so this really is the better fabric hose. Besides being fun and patriotic, you are not going to worry about losing pressure with this version of the fabric hose. Again, John Yeiser and his team are always looking for better ways to improve hoses, because we use them every single day.
Right.
And if they're hassle, you tend not to use them as often.
Exactly.
Here's another problem with a typical rubber hose, and this is why a fabric hose is really great. Take a look at this. I have an ice chest. I filled it with ice, and I put our hose in the bottom and then a typical rubber hose on top. The problem is, in the spring and the fall, when the temperatures drop, what happens to your rubber hose? It's unmanageable. I mean, I can't even barely pull this apart because it gets cold.
Yeah.
The rubber firms up, and it makes it very, very difficult to use, and is likely to crack as well.
Right.
But watch this. Not only was it on the ice, but I actually flushed it into the ice. So if you take a look at this, it's kind of buried in the ice. And now I'm going to pull it up, no problem. You can see it kind of thrashing the ice about, but do you notice what's happening? It's still super manageable.
Nice and malleable.
You don't have to worry about it in the fall, in the spring. And that's the difference between this hose. You have that polyurethane core that ensures you get the full pressure. You have that tow strap material that even in the cold, it remains flexible and super durable.
And lightweight and easy to take with you and store too. Like, watch this.
Good point.
You probably don't even need one of these. You probably don't even need one of those, the buckets that we sell. You could get.
But what's nice about the bucket, like you talked about that, look how easy this is to roll up.
Right.
Just in my hand, if you don't want to use a hose reel, you really don't. This is wet and cold.
Right.
And yet, look how easy that is. And the whole hose only weighs 1.4 pounds. It couldn't be easier. And then you take this as you roll it up, you throw it in whatever bin you have, and you're good to go.
Well, that's what I was going to say. Like, even a flower pot that's this big, this will fit into it, and then it's like you don't have to worry about it taking up room, although you do kind of want to look at it because it's pretty. It's the patriotic one.
Now, here's the neat thing. If you do want to use a hose reel, it's perfect for that. Watch how easy this is to roll up. Have you tried recently rolling up a rubber hose? It's a real pain in the neck.
I haven't had a rubber hose since
Exactly.
I discovered
all these
Bernini.
Bernini products. Look at how easy you roll it up. And here's the neat thing. Buy 2. Then you're going to have 80 feet of hose.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Right? And then you can still roll it up, no problem at all. Now we have 2.8 pounds, less than 3 pounds, 80 feet of hose, easy to reel up, super durable, good in the cold, whether it's the fall or the spring. And look at how super lightweight. Again, all that hose, 80 feet, 2.8 pounds.
2.8 pounds.
Yeah.
And I would do that with a sale price like this. We've taken $16 off the price.
Nice.
So $56 becomes $40. If you need a longer one, get 2. The easy pay would be what, like less than $28? Beautiful pattern. You get the blue background with the white and red stars to match your new Today Special value and an American flag. You also get the nozzle with it. Sometimes the nozzle could cost as much as this price.
Yeah, absolutely. And what I love about this nozzle, again, it's an infinite spray nozzle. So you go all the way, and I'll go back to the spray tank to show you. You can go all the way to that light mist for the new plants, all the way to a jet nozzle, almost creating like a mini pressure washer.
Right.
So watch this. Again, you're not sacrificing pressure. Just by twisting. You twist it, and look at this. You get that full pressure, and in this case, you almost create like a mini pressure washer. And then I'm going to back it down, and you can see up against the glass, as I back it down, look at that. I can continue to open it up and get it to a light mist, wider.
And finer.
Finer. And then it gets more intense, and then you have that full pressure. And again, this is kind of the newest generation of fabric hose. Why am I saying that? Well, number one, it is more durable because it has that toe strap material on the outside. It has that polyurethane core. Even when it's filled with water, it's flexible, it's lightweight. Again, 80 feet of hose on this hose reel only weighs 2.8 pounds, less than 3 pounds. And even when it gets cold outside, I put it back in the ice here just to show you.
Still
Look
malleable.
how easy it is to pull it out. A rubber hose, and this is not in the ice anymore, but look at this. It's still, because I had it in the ice for so long, it's hard, it's ready to crack. This one, I'm easily able to roll it up in my hands.
I know, that's what I love about it.
With a rubber hose.
Well, wait, and if you have all of your gardening supplies with you, if you've gotten to the point where, I mean, carrying around a huge rubber hose, it's cumbersome, it doesn't really roll up, it's heavier. You're not gonna do it. This makes life so much easier, but like you said, in the past, with so many fabric hoses without the interior, they would just tear after one season.
But you can feel it, right? You can feel how super durable it is. That fabric is not only beautiful, but durable. And typically a fabric hose you always had trouble with if you had knots or it got kinked. Look at this, 2 knots in here. I'm still getting my full pressure. There's my jet spray with that nozzle. And then I can continue to back it down to that nice fine mist. So you can kind of see how it opens up nicely. And that's why I call it the infinite nozzle. Whatever spray setting you need, you now can get it with this fireman's hose nozzle that comes with it.
A lot of you are picking up more than one. You get 2, you have an 80-foot hose now. It's less than $28 on an easy payment plan. And if you got 2, you saved $32 because you're saving $16 each. First day at this sale price, M132203.
Thank you, my
Christopher,
friend.
thank you so much.
Happy 4th.
Happy 4th. All right, we started the show with our